Hello law aspirants, we are here with a new class of grammar. We earlier had one class of grammar and this is the second exercise which is based on the Clat sample papers. You know the 3 sample papers of Clat have been released, sample 1 paper, sample 2 and sample 3, and after this you've understood what is the paper like, how you have to solve it, what is the scenario. I've done 52 questions in the exercise first and this is exercise 2. Let's stay tuned. You have a lot of questions to do in the grammar exercise. You have to test your grammar, mark yourself, stay tuned, see that what you stand, how many questions you do out of it, and you are able to get them right. Okay. Now first turning to what is grammar. Grammar is the study of words, how they are used in a sentence and how they change in different situations. So it is the study of sentence structure. Without grammar there is no English. English has the base, and this base strongly is based on grammar. How you arrange the words in different situations and you adjust them, that is grammar. So it is a study of sentence structure. Rules and examples show how the language should be used. Now you know that hard work is the key to success, and most of the students who get selected choose the path of hard work so that they are successful. So I want that you also do the same. All the Clat aspirants must be thorough with their grammar. Without it, you will feel hands tied. We have referred to the book of grammar, which Wren and Martin book, which Clat has prescribed for us. We have gone through the paper, we have gone through the questions, and this is the analysis of the questions which could come in grammar, rules of the Clat paper 2020. Since we are all stuck because of the corona pandemic, so here this class would help you to revise your rules of grammar, understand them, what could be the answer, what could not. First thing that students have in their mind related to grammar is not part of Clat paper. There are only passages coming, ma'am. There is no grammar questions asked. Please go through it carefully. Even I have based a passage on this from Punachi, which was like, how could you analyze grammar? Analyze the grammar section from the passage. So I expect the same from you. I hope you would understand the rules. First, I do a quick recap of the rules that we have done till now, till question 1 to 152. This is the further questions, so that will make a questions 100 plus questions. These are the basic important questions which can be expected in your paper. There will be places where I'll explain you the rules, I'll explain you how you have to attend the paper, how you have to delete the questions. Most of the time, the strategy for the English grammar section, I tell you, is not to mark the answer that is right. This is to mark or delete the answer which is wrong. So if the answer is wrong and you delete 2, see, it's a simple formula. If you have 4 choices and you're supposed to choose out of those 4 choices, it is easier to delete the 2 choices which are not applicable. Then you have left with a choice of 2 multiple choice and then choose an answer. This strategy works and your probability of getting the right answer increases. Please mark it. Follow the method that I am doing, and I revised the first 5 to 10 rules that I had done in the previous class. The first question that I did, or the first rule I did, was that is simple past and simple past. If there are 2 actions going on, he studied and cleared Clat. The same sentence could be in the past tense when there is a time factor given. If it is yesterday, last night, 2 days ago, 2 months ago, then also simple past tense is used. Simple past is also preferred with phrases like it is time, it is high time, as if, as though, I wish. Whenever there is a time clause given or I wish sentence given, we go for simple past, but we do not use was with it. There are 2 main tenses which are basically used in our questions, simple past and simple present. When you're talking of a universal truth, habit, fact, daily routine, or adverbs of frequency, you use simple present tense. And when you're talking of before simple present, like he completes the homework before I come home. The students complete their task before the teacher gives them. When you have a combination sentence, you are talking of 2 combination. In that you have simple past plus past perfect or past continuous. When I entered the class, the students were making notes. When I entered simple past, the students were making notes. Or when I entered the class, the students had made notes. See, why I'm revising this? Because I'm going to use it. If I'll turn to the exercise directly, you'll start solving the question, ma'am A, ma'am B, just that. See, our target is not only to get A or B. Our target and purpose is that you understand the rule. You do not do just guesswork, just surmising or guessing the answer. You delete the method, you delete the choices which are not applicable, and then come up with the right answer. Then when we have a conditional sentence, we have if plus simple present model plus V1. Naturally, with present tense, we have a present tense model, that is will, shall, can, may are considered always present tense models. Would, should, could, might are considered past tense models. So if I have if plus simple past, it would have model plus V1. If you study, you will clear Clat. If he studied, he would have clear Clat. And when there is an impossible condition, that is if plus past perfect, we have model plus have plus verb third form. If he had studied, he would have cleared Clat. Besides that, we use of unless plus simple present plus model plus V1. Unless you study, unless you understand the grammar rules, you cannot clear Clat. These were some of the general rules I described. I also use by plus time. We use simple future or future perfect is preferred. With for or since, perfect or perfect continuous is preferred. There are certain rules, certain things to be kept in mind. That the action is complete, the action is to take place in the nearby future, or the action always takes place, and this helps you to form it. There are two important chapters of the grammar section, verbs and prepositions, and these two chapters you have to be thorough with so that you can do the grammar exercise wonderfully. Let's begin, and you stay tuned, keep solving the questions, keep writing the answers, and enjoy doing grammar. Question 1 for today's class. Nobody phoned. Now the sentence is in question tag form. I explained you the rule that in question tag we have a helping verb, then we use according to helping verb. Like you are studying, you are doing questions with me, aren't you? Now, and when the sentence is positive, the answer is negative. You are not doing the questions with me, are you? So when we have a question, when we don't have a helping verb, then we use do, does or did. Do, does is used in a present tense and did is used in the past tense. So nobody phoned, it is clear the answer would be did. So first thing what you would do is cross the D choice. Why? Because was cannot be used unless and until there is a usage of was. Nobody phoned. Now it will be answered anybody or nobody here, so we cannot change it into nobody or anybody. So we'll cross A. We are left with did he or did they. In that case, nobody phoned. Did he? Because you're not talking of one particular person, so the answer would be the B choice. Nobody phoned, did they? Many students do ask me, ma'am, please mark with the answer, ma'am, please highlight. Please understand my things. I'm also hands tied. I don't have a setup here. I'm trying to make the best that I have the available sources here. So I speak the answer twice. You write the answer. Still you don't understand. Write out the doubt. I'll explain you the rule again. We'll go hand in hand together, and with your rapport and cooperation, having a good chemistry, I will be able to solve all the questions and make you understand which rule, what I am doing with the question. So the first question, we mark the answer, did they? Second question, I won't forgive them for what they said. I won't forgive them for what they said. Whenever you have a question, do see which tense is given. Won't forget, that is will not forget them. Dash they apologize. Okay. Now when we have dash they apologize, in this situation, if they apologize or even if they apologize, even is used with either if or though. Even is the two choices A and D cannot be the answer. So we are going to have if. So we cross first thing, which two choices we cross, A and D choice. Although my mistake, the examiner has given us both the choices same, no problem. You know, first thing the students have a problem is that ma'am, B was a wrong choice given. Ma'am, they repeated the choice. Fine. No problem. You have to do only one thing. You cross. This is not applicable. So A and D choice is crossed. If they apologize, even if they apologize, it's clear that if they apologize, you're going to forgive. But now at this situation, it means you are naturally very angry with them. You don't want to apologize them at any cost. So the answer, even if they apologize. Question number 3. I hope you're getting it. The first thing I explained to you about the question tags. We have the questions on verbs, but it's the advanced questions I've given you further on this. Question number 3. I don't watch TV. I like dash. When I use the word I don't watch TV, I like dash. In this case, the word like. To read novels, reading novels, read novels, or to reading novels. First thing to eliminate is to plus verb first form. To reading is an incorrect choice. So we cross, that is the choice, D choice. I like read novels, C choice is also grammatically wrong. We are bound to choose from answer A or answer B. I like to read novels or I like reading novels. These are the two choices. Now here is the rule of gerund applied. When gerunds are verbs, verb ing case which do the role of noun. The words like, dislike, enjoy, relish, or the words like keep, continue, can't help, it is time, it is worth, it is no worth, prevent, mind, they are followed by a gerund. What is gerund? I explained you in simple terms, although in detail of the class we have it, since we are not talking of gerunds here directly. इस question को solve करने के लिए gerunds do not have, and they are not preceded by a helping verb. Like I am teaching you right now, am teaching, this is not a gerund. Teaching is my profession, this is a gerund. So I gave you a list of the words which are followed by gerund, and in this case, because like is followed by a gerund, I like reading novels. I hope you've understood the question. All the 3 questions, the first which was based on question tags, the second which was based on the conditionals, and the third which was based on gerunds. It's a mixed exercise, a sorted exercise. You will enjoy doing this advanced English questions which we expect in the examination. We have taken all those questions. The pains should not go waste. Law Prep never leads the students in lurch. It's the utmost duty of ours that you understand each and every question, and wherever you are not able to, you have a doubt, please raise your voice, ask your question and put up your question to me. Next question. We traveled dash in the 7:30 train. So this is a preposition question, right? In the 7:30 train, on the 7:30 train, by the 7:30 train, or through the 7:30 train. So when we are talking of train, or when we are talking of any vehicle, right? Any vehicle, by train, by plane, by air, by road, by sea. See, when I say I came by road, it doesn't mean I came, road is the vehicle for me. What I mean try to say is the vehicle which was used on the road. So for all the vehicles we use, that is preposition by. And so correct answer for question number 4 would be we traveled by the 7:30 train. Next question. Question number 5, I hope you're getting it. If you find any doubt, please write to me and I would solve your doubts and queries. We'll have a separate doubt class also. Assemble your doubts. You can ask those doubts to me and I will answer them quickly. Unless and until you write down, see, most of the students need right now is strong determination. You don't have to give up at any cost. It's very important for you. Keep this thing in mind. Only a person who wants to clear Clat will clear Clat. It is utmost duty of yours. If you are lacking that enthusiasm, the determination, nobody can help you. So you have to have that determination in you, and I know you would develop that. Be very optimistic, be hopeful, things would turn up to the best and you would come out victorious. Question number 5, she gave me the key, dash in my pocket. I put it in my pocket. This is the key. This is a particular key she is talking of, and there's an identification or selection in it, which I put it. See, first thing what did I do was I crossed the answer C. I put because the key doesn't refer to the word I. So in that case, I would use I put or which I put. Now when I use which I put and which I put it, in this case here, I would not use it. Why I would not use it? The reason is that the keyword cannot be followed by it because I'm referring to the key directly. So the answer for the question 5 would be, she gave me the key which I put in my pocket. I hope you have marked the answer. 4th question, the answer was C. 5th question, the answer is A. 6th question, he pretends to be an agent for the company. He pretends to be an agent for the company, but I can see him dash. Now, he pretends, it's clear that he's not the agent of the company. The phrasal verb usage here. The 4th question was a preposition question. The next was a kind of relative pronoun question. And now this is a phrasal verb question. Now he pretends to be an agent for the company, but I can see him out, see him in, see him through, see off. When you see off a friend, that means there's an adieu, there's a goodbye, there's a sayonara, the Japanese word we use for see off. Now it means he plays a trick on you. He tries to be, he's a hypocrite, he tries to be innocent, but actually he's not so. So in this case, I can see him through, I can see through your tricks means I can perceive clearly. It is visible to me what the person is trying to do. This is the meaning of the phrasal verb see through. See in and see out is enthused, and see off, that is, I told you the word goodbye or sayonara. I am not wishing you dear. Be there with me because I'm going to do many more questions with you. The next question. There is dash in the soup. Now, here we have taken a noun question. As I told you, I've offered a mixed grammar questions. I have taken from nouns and pronouns and verbs and prepositions and determiners, positive, negative, question tags. So, your mind keeps churning. You have to move from here to there and you keep solving the questions. A number of questions you keep doing, and so you stay tuned. And this is very important. That's why I started with hard work is the key to success. You can't give up at this juncture. You have to put in your best. Right? So first thing, the two choices that I eliminate are there is hair in the soup or a hair. First decision you have to take this, and then it will be the soup or soup. Now, first thing, a hair. Usually we do not use with hair any article. We do not have I've got a hair, right? Reason, because hair is uncountable now. But it is clear from this sentence there is a particular usage here. Please note it carefully. A hair, why? Because there cannot be many hair here. They could be because it becomes, a person feels it's not hygienic to drink the soup because there is one hair found in it. So it's here acting. There are various nouns which act as countable as well as uncountable now. There is enough light in the room and there are 4 lights in the room. So the word light is countable as well as uncountable. The same here, the usage of hair and a hair. So we will choose first thing a hair. Second thing, the soup or a soup without the, that is. So in that case, when we do this, it is a general thing. So in that case, there is a hair in the soup. When we talk of general things or general places, we use article the sometimes, and that is the usage here. So we choose our answer for 7th question, answer D. There is a hair in the soup. If you find the explanation, the rationale, the reason that I'm giving you not clear to you, please write to me so that I can give an explanation to you. Next question, 8th question. We got there much early. We got there much early. The second part of the sentence gives a clue, gives an explanation. We got there much early means we have already reached there. That means there was no need of the hurry. We did hurry, but there was no requirement of that hurry which we did, and we reached early only there. So in that case, when we are doing so, it means the action is already complete. See, models have 4 usages. Model plus verb first form, which means a fact. I can speak English, French and German. Then there is model plus be plus verb third form. This is a passive voice. The question must be done quickly. The third, model plus verb plus be plus verb ing, model plus be plus verb ing. It indicates action is going on. He may be sleeping. And the fourth usage, there are only 4 usages of all the models. There are 14 models in English. Model plus have plus verb third form. This indicates that the action is complete. Since you have already reached the place and you find that there was no requirement of this hurry, you reached very early there. So the answer, we needn't have hurried, we got there much early. The eighth question, the answer we're going to mark is second choice. The explanation, the rationale behind it, model plus have plus verb third form. What does model plus have plus verb third form indicate? That the action has been done, the action is complete. I hope it is clear to you. We move on to our next question. I dash tennis every Sunday morning. That means this is a habitual action. Every Sunday you play tennis, right? Which tenses are given? See, playing is a present participle. Play is simple present tense. Am playing is present continuous. Am play is not used in English. Since it's a habitual action, so I would use simple present tense. I cannot use present continuous. See, present continuous is a different story. Present continuous is used when the action is going on at that time. You are solving the questions with me right now. At present, I am explaining you the grammar exercise. This is action right now. Since it happens every Sunday morning, so I would go for simple present tense, and my answer, I play tennis every Sunday morning. I hope you are marking the answer. Second choice, I play. 10th question. Don't make so much noise. Don't make so much noise. It's clear that you're making a lot of noise. Mahesh dashed to study for her Clat test. That means a lot of noise is there, but the person is trying to study for the Clat examination, right? It should be his. There is a misprint here. Don't make so much noise, Mahesh. So at that time, it makes clear there is a combination of simple present and present continuous, and at present, the person is preparing for the Clat test, right? The same explanation. Try is simple present tense. Tries is simple present tense. Tried is simple past tense. And is trying is present continuous. Since we already have a simple present tense, don't make. So we'll have a combination with present continuous. And our answer for this case will be Mahesh is trying to study for the Clat test. Next question. Ramesh dashed his teeth before breakfast every morning. Again, there is a simple clue for this. That means he is in a habit of doing things. We use simple present tense in some particular conditions whenever you're talking of any habit, fact, daily routine, universal truth. In that case, you use simple present tense. So, because this happens every time he brushes his teeth, there is a simple point, simple trick. Note this simple trick that I'm telling you. When we have a simple present before, usage of before as a conjunction, the other part of the sentence is also simple present. But this is not the case when we use simple past tense. This is not complicated. It's not integrated. I repeat, before I come, he completes his homework. So I am using both the tenses as simple present. Before I come, simple present. He completes his homework, simple present. But when I am using simple past, if one part of the sentence is simple past, the other part is past perfect or past continuous. Before I came, he had completed his homework. So before I came, he had completed his homework. We have a combination of simple past plus past perfect. I hope you've understood what I said. Please write down the rule. Simple present before simple present, simple past before past perfect or past continuous. Since the part of the sentence indicates an habit or fact or daily routine, so in that case it will be simple present. Ramesh will cleaned is not used in English. Model is followed by V1. Is cleaning is present continuous, which is not right. Clean and cleans both are simple present tense. First I crossed is A and B, which are the wrong answers. Now turning to the C and D choices. Since Ramesh is a singular usage, the singular verb means verb plus S or ES. And in that case, the answer would be Ramesh cleans his teeth before breakfast every morning. I hope you've marked. When we use clean, when we are talking of they, I, we, you, plural subjects, then we use the word clean. So the answer, Ramesh cleans his teeth before breakfast every morning. Turning to our next question, right? In the questions, you have to be thorough that which rule is applied, how you're solving, what is the strategy behind it, and you won't find a problem. Sorry, she can't come to the phone. She dash a bath. She can't come. Mark the tense here. Please underline she can't come. That means which tense is this? Simple present tense. She can't come. She dash a bath. That means simple present is combined with present continuous. She is, having is present continuous, having is present participle, which is third form, that is become perfect participle. Have is simple present tense and has is simple present tense too. We can't have first thing we crossed is the two answers, having and has. And in that case, we are turning to our two choices, is having or has, sorry, I crossed B and C here. So the answer could be either A or the answer could be either D. In this case, because she is taking a bath right now, so at this time the answer would be A, she is having a bath. I hope it is clear. Simple present plus present continuous or present perfect. Dash many times every winter in Kashmir. Every winter makes it the scenario quite clear, and the scenario says means this happens. This is a phenomenal thing, which is a repeated thing. It happens every year. Law prep gives results every year. The first rank and the second rank are always grabbed by law prep. When I talk of this, which tense am I using? Simple present tense, because it's a habit, it's a part of our thing. So in that case, here too, dash many times every winter in Kashmir. Snows is simple present tense. Is snowing is present continuous tense. Snowed is simple past tense. Is snow is a wrong usage of the tense. So we are left with, we have crossed D choice, we have crossed B choice simple past, we are left with simple present and present continuous. And so the answer, it snows. It's not snowing now. That means it happens every time, and the answer would be A. It snows many times every winter in Kashmir. Okay, move on to next question. How many students in your class dash from Jodhpur? You know, Jodhpur is the hub for Clat. Maximum results are given by the students of Jodhpur. So we have made the sentence specially dedicated to Jodhpur. How many students in your class dash from Jodhpur? Since you're talking of a number of students, so we'll have comes a simple present tense. Come is simple present tense, came is simple past tense, are coming is present continuous tense. In this case, because we are not talking of the action at present, so we will turn to simple present tense. Comes is used with singular and come is used with plural. You are talking of many students, so the answer come. And the answer would be B. Many students come from Jodhpur. You've seen, see, I have done 14 questions. We have 50 questions to go in that case. So I can understand you must be hanging on. You've seen the combinations of present tense with the present and the question tag. You must have understood how we are solving the questions. And when you get all the questions right, that intellectual glow that comes on your face, it surpasses your pains. It's beyond those pains. So remember, you have to make it a target that any question comes, whether in Clat, AILET or anywhere, you are able to do the questions correctly. Weather report. It's 7 o'clock in Dehradun and dash. It's weather report. It indicates that this is a reported speech sentence. The sentence is in inverted commas, right? If the sentence is in inverted commas, naturally it is clear that it is talking of a direct sentence. And in that sentence, it means that simple present tense, it is 7 o'clock. You have a sentence given, it is 7 o'clock. So it will be combined with, I've done 5 to 6 questions on this pattern so that you understand what I am doing. Simple present I am combining with present continuous. It is 7 o'clock in Dehradun and there is snow. It snows. It snowed. First thing, I can't use which choice. Which answer did you cross? It snowed. It is snowing. The option is present continuous. There is snow or it snows is simple present tense. In this case, we can't use even A choice, which is wrong. So I've crossed first A and D choice. When I have to compare the two choices B and C, in this case, because it's an action going on at this time, the time is given 7. So the answer would be it is snowing. Right? Next question. Now you'll be doing the questions at a speed. You will develop a speed. Reason, you've understood where to do with present, what to do with past, and things become crystal clear to you. Babies dash when they are hungry. So this is habit. Whenever they're hungry, they start crying. So babies cry, simple present, cried, simple past, cries, simple present, and present continuous. You can see that I've given you basically, and this is, the questions taken from Brennan Martin, the book that Clat has prescribed. It may be that 1 or 2 questions come from this only, because this is the book we are referring. We are doing exactly what Clat wants us to do. So babies is plural, and with it a plural verb, and that is crying. Are crying or cry can only be used. Since it happens always, so the answer first we crossed was B and C, and now comparing A and D, the answer would be babies cry when they are hungry. I hope clear to you. Next question. Bhumika. What dash in the evenings? Usually I watch TV or read a book. That means, what do you do actually? It's a habit or daily routine. Which stands for habit or daily routine? Loud, please. Speak loudly, I would be able to understand. Yes, simple present tense. And because the person is asking the other person what is actually done in the evenings, so use simple. This is A choice is continuous tense and D choice is continuous tense. So first thing, I cross A and D. B and C. Now the rule of B and C, very, very important rule. Mark it. I had explained you in the first video also of the grammar exercise. When there is a WH, it is followed by helping verb and it is followed by subject. But when there is a direct sentence, when you have a question mark, you use what do you do? And when I change it in reported speech, that there is no inverted commas or question mark, what you did. So in that case, since it's a question mark, so it's a narrative or non-narrative sentence. This is a narrative sentence. No. So it's a direct sentence. Yes. So when there's a direct sentence, naturally in this case, you would use what do you do in the evenings. I hope it is clear to you. 17 question. What do you do in the evening? Next question, 18. Bhumika, I have given you ample questions, question mark, inverted. आपको समझना है एग्जाम के लिए thoroughly, mind को work करना है lightning speed पे. See, you won't have much time there. You have a lot of questions to be done. So when you don't have that much of time there, you have to see clearly that how much time you devote to those things. Now here, what dash? I'm trying to fix my calculator. The person is asking. So what do you do? What you doing to is wrong, what you do is wrong. Why? Because in a question mark form, we can't have the subject here. So first and second choice is crossed. Next, what do you do and what are you doing? Since the person answers in a continuous form, I'm trying to fix my calculator. So the answer would be in continuous form. And the answer, what are you doing? I'm trying to fix my calculator. 18 question, answer is D, Delhi. See students, understand the strategy. Our purpose is the same. We all have that bullseye. The target is the same. That is your class selection is very important for us too. We want our students to come out in flying colors, and that is why we are taking so much of pains for this. Next question. Pooja dashed her blue jeans today, but usually she wears a skirt or a dress. Now first thing, a simple trick here, wears a simple present. So we would have a combination with simple present, present perfect or continuous. So directly अगर इस trick से लगा रहे हैं, so correct question, Pooja is wearing. The other method you could do is, that is at today, at present, still, now, it indicates action going on at that time. I am teaching the grammar exercise today. So it's happening at present, so I would use a present continuous. I can't use simple present tense. Both are simple present tense. Wearing is the present participle. So the answer, D choice, Pooja is wearing. Next question. Question number 20. Please stay tuned. I know you're ready with your answers very quickly, but I have to explain, I have to give the reason, I have to do for all the students. So I have to give the explanation and the rule simultaneously in a juxtaposition manner so that the students keep writing and checking. You know, I told you have marked 20th before I read the question. Suppose you mark the answer A, B, C, D, whatever. I've circled in the OMR sheet. Your answer is right or wrong. I do agree to it. But then in this situation, see, I am explaining the rule. I give an example along with it. And if you do it quickly, fine. Very important thing, haste makes waste. So it's important that you understand which rule to apply and then solve the question. right? I think I dash a new calculator. This one does not work properly anymore. I needs can never be used with I. Why? Because I is a plural usage here. I needed, because this is a present tense, I can't use. So first thing that I did was I crossed the answer needs and needed. Now I have two choices, need and I'm needing, because I think I need, this is your thinking, a kind of a perception in your mind, and this is not an action going on at this time. There's no action in fact going on at this time. So the answer will be simple present tense, I need a new calculator. Next question. Sorry, you can't borrow my pencil. I dash it myself. That means you're using it yourself at present. So now the combination works when there are two actions. Sorry, you can't borrow my pencil. I dash it myself. Was using can't be used because the past one. Okay, using will not work. A and B. So easy. Understand, you must be wondering, these easy questions do not come. I have told you I have taken most of the questions from Clat paper, the paper itself, and the book they've asked us. So it's not that something we are giving you simple ones. We're giving you all types, a mixed type, a complicated case. So I use, or I am using it myself, because you're doing the action, you're using the pencil at this time. So I am using, the answer would be D choice, I'm using the pencil myself. Next question. At a school dance, Bhumika dash yourself. Yes, I'm having a great time. You enjoy, do you enjoy yourself? You enjoying? See, first answer you cross is you enjoying, enjoy you. So now you're left with C and D choice. You know, the battle stands between C and D. Why C and why not D? In this case, do you enjoy yourself? The answer, go for the answer. Yes, I'm having a great time. So you're asking question, are you enjoying? Yes, I am enjoying. Since the answer is in present continuous form, so the answer would be same in present continuous form, and my answer would be, are you enjoying yourself? Yes, I'm having a great time. Next question. I've just finished reading a tragedy, Othello. Othello, you remember I asked you in the vocabulary section, the vocabulary classes, to read the 4 great tragedies of Shakespeare: Macbeth, Hamlet, King Lear, Othello. At least have a idea about them. Read the synopsis, read the summary, abridged form, develop interest, have that taste of reading. It's very important. A well-read person always stands apart. Clat wants to test this time that a student is a well-read person. He knows about the tactics, he understands what we are doing. It's about a man. I come back to my question, whenever it comes to reading and telling you about Shakespeare and things, I start with my lecture and students say, okay ma'am, please come back to the question. So I'm there with you with the question, not giving you any kind of a lecture again. I've just finished reading a tragedy, Othello. It's about a man who dashes his wife because he doesn't want to lose her. So it's about a man, a person is not killing at that time. Since the sentence is in which form, it's about a man who kills or who kills, because who will not take, because it's present form and singular form, so it will not have killed. So the first two choices we cross is kill and is killing. Now we are left with kills and killed. Since in this it's a present tense sentence, so the answer would be in present form, not in past, and the answer who kills his wife. Turning to our next question, what time? I'll be quick in this speed, don't worry. I'll be finishing off the lecture within an hour. What time dash the train leaves? Is the train leaving? First thing, question mark is there or not? Question mark is there. If question mark is there, it will have a helping verb or a subject. Helping verb, ma'am. Quick. So in that case, the 24th question, what time does the train leave? We can't use leaves, we can't use A and C is crossed because the train leaves the train, the sequence is wrong. Is the train leaving? Present continuous doesn't work at this time. So the answer, does the train leave? Next question, Bhumika, are you going to the dance on Friday? Sarita, no, I am not. I dash school dances. They're loud, hot and crowded. It's clear the person doesn't enjoy. I not enjoy sequence. I guess a doesn't is not used. So A and C choice is crossed. I don't enjoy. I'm not enjoying. Is the action taking place at this present time? Is it going on right now? No. So I don't enjoy simple present tense. Next question. I dash for my pen. Have you seen it? Because it clearly says simple present tense you have used. I am looking for my pen because at this time I am searching my pen. Will look is simple future, looking participle, and look is simple present. I am looking for my pen. You can keep my laptop if you like. I dash it anymore. It makes it clear you don't use this laptop anymore. I doesn't take doesn't. Why? Because doesn't is used with he or she. I'm not using it anymore. I didn't use it. So two answers that are crossed is B, because with I, did, doesn't is not used. I can't use did because it's a past tense and the sentence is in present form. So in that case, I don't use my it anymore, or I'm not using it anymore. The strike again comes to the same choice, simple present and present continuous. In that case, usually don't do it because it's not right now. It's not something which you have to understand which question I'm talking, what is the rule I'm applying, how to solve that question, or understand the strategy behind it, right? So I expect the same from you. In that case, I don't use. I'm not using is incorrect. Correct answer, I don't use it anymore. Next, the phone dash. Can you answer it, please? The phone rings. The phone rang. The phone ring. The phone is ringing. Now, ring will not work with phone because phone is singular and ring is plural. Phone rang will not work because the sentence is present. Now, rings and is ringing. You've seen, basic concept with lot of practices being done on simple present and present continuous. Is the phone ringing at this time, or usually the phone rings? What is the writer trying to say? If the phone is ringing, that is why you're asking the person, please answer it. I'm busy right now. Please answer the question phone for me. So the phone is ringing, and our choice D for the question, the phone is ringing. Can you answer it, please? As I see, don't get tired. Your hard work will pay you in the long run. Mark my words. Don't yawn. We are all tired. Still, we are keep on working. And I want you also to be having the same eagerness. Eager desire, curiosity keeps a person alive. You have to do it. Say, I can, I will, and then you will not feel sleepy, right? As I've just had a tooth. Dash. I've taken 5-6 phrasal verbs questions from here, 29 to some 34 questions, that is 6 to 7 questions. Please students, take care. You would not use them just like that. You would understand the strategy I'm using behind it, the tips and the tricks that we are following, and then use it. Please do follow this. As I just had a tooth, dash, I'm not allowed to eat or drink anything for 3 hours. Run out. The ration has run out because of the corona pandemic. Run out means come to an end, right? And run out is something which is ended up. Any provision or thing that has ended up, that is run out. Crossed out, broken off, tried on, taken out. Since it is clear that you had a kind of a toothache, a tooth kind of problem, and you have removed that tooth. So it will be out. So crossed out and taken out, 2 choices left. If you're not trying anything, try on is to wear and put on anything. It's not separation sincere. So in that case, we are using the choice crossed out and taken out. Now cross is some kind of a enmity. And so you choose the answer D. I had taken out my tooth. You need to dash your essay for spell check. Means you're giving your essay for spell check before you hand it in your exam paper. Means you're going to hand it to the examiner or somebody. So you first hang out, just moving out, enjoying, freaking. somebody points out your mistakes and things. What is a cutoff of this college or that college? Means there's a list given of the percentile that these many students would get the admission and the remaining won't. Give way and give away, I had explained you earlier, also I explain again. Give way means to break. The bridge gave way due to heavy traffic, the question of Nalsa. He gave away, the chief guest gave away the prizes, that is distribute. And so the choice left is you need to go over and go through your essay. That means you will read it thoroughly, you will examine it, you would find out what are the problems, are there any spelling errors, are there anything that is pointed out, and then you will be able to solve. So the answer for question number 30, D, Delhi, go over, that is going through your essay. It is not easy for many civil servants to dash on their salaries as the inflation rate is extremely high. It makes clear that inflation is going too high, and so in this case naturally you have to use your salary and adjust with the surroundings and things here. Now wear out or worn out is something that is the cloth loses its shade and color. Take away is like you have a pizza takeaway and carry with you. Turn up, he has a habit of turning up anytime. Clat 8 paper means comes, drops in anytime. Run over, he was run over by a lorry. Run over has two meanings. Run over, meet with an accident. Second meaning, that is thinking. I was running over the names of my uncles and relatives yesterday. So the answer, that means to escape through the situation, or bear the situation the best that you can do by it. So the answer A, get. I had given you the meanings of all the phrasal verbs, then I ask you to explain and apply that, and it becomes simple for you now to do. Next, you had better dash your cigarette as it's dangerous to smoke at a gas station. That means it's clear that should you smoke? No. Now hold up is to the people were held up by the terrorists, that is allowed, they were asked to stop, they were looted. Pull through, the train pulled through the station, that is coming up. Get through, you have to pass through, you have to get through. Clat means come out successful or victorious. Hang up means don't surround me, don't hang up around me, that is wait. And put out. I want to specially quote the lines from Shakespeare's Hamlet here, Othello, one of the great tragedies of Shakespeare. In Act 5, Scene 2, he says to the line, I want have some kind of learning. In psychology, this is called paired association learning. What is it? I did the same and I passed to my next generation the same. See, put out or put on or put off. Put off the light or put out the light, what is the difference? I explain you. So when you're talking of in the sense of extinguish, where it's a candle or it's a lalchin or it's a cigarette or it's your candles, birthday candles, you're going to blow up, you're going to extinguish. In that case, we use the word put out. I would not say put out the tube light, but turn off the tube light. But when I have a kind of, I was referring to Othello when he goes to murder his wife, he finds her sleeping, Act 5, Scene 2, and he narrates a soliloquy. This is world famous soliloquy, self-talk with himself. Such a beautiful lady, Desdemona, how can I kill you? And so he says, put out the light, and then put out the light means first I should extinguish the lights of the room because her beauty is mesmerizing and I am lost in the beauty. I am not going off the track. I am bringing my students to the track. I want my students to develop the habit of seeing the beauty of grammar. Put out and put off. You have to understand what is the difference between the two. I hope my explanations and the lines made the difference and you could understand what I said. Bhumika found it hard. Now we have a past tense. Bhumika found it hard to get up from the bed after the alarm clock dashed at 7. Broken, you don't break in. Break in means to enter by force. Send out means send away. Threw up, to throw up something. He took out, take out something naturally, and go off or went or go off. You can use any of them. Whether you could use go off or it's went off, it hardly makes a difference. With the word could remain the same, but the form can change. So first thing, if you would go for my words, the thing is here, 7 o'clock the alarm rang, right? So it is something which is, it produced a sound to may wake you up, so the answer went off. Next, there is an easy way to dash 4 species of wild cats living in this region by their tail patterns. That means you can separate them, right? It means clearly that there are 4 species, and by their tail pattern you distinguish them. You are able to send which one is this and which one is that, right? So in that case, you have tell apart is the same, which I was talking of, that differentiate or separate one from the other. Right? See to it means you think over it. Clear up means any doubt, clear up all your doubts. He is my backup. You have to have a backup plan in the examination. He is my backup means support. And call for is send for help. He called for the doctor. So in this case, because you're separating the people or these living creatures on the basis of their tail pattern, so the answer would be easy to tell apart, separate or distinguish. The answer is A. I thought the party was going to be boring, but it dashed to be the most unforgettable evening of my life. He turned out to be a lawyer, means something else was narrated, something else happened. Looked around, you're moving, having a, circumscript of the situation. Passed away is died. Fell back on means depend on something. And cut down, make something shortened, lessen, curtailed form of something. Now, since you want to, thinking, you thought something and something else happened. He turned out to be a lawyer, means you thought him to be somebody else and something else happened. So in that case, he turned out to be the most unforgettable evening of my life. Answer is A, turned out. I find it hard to dash with the other students in the English class. Not my students. Other students may find it difficult. Those who know the rules of verbs and grammar, and especially the verb chapter I've taught in the class, don't face this problem. I find it hard. I've always told you, go through the verb chapter, verb exercise 1, verb second lesson, and then solve the grammar. You would enjoy doing the grammar. I find it hard to dash with the other students in the English class, as they have been attending the class more regularly than I do. I find it fall through, depend. Do away with means to separate with the other people. Come up means come up with new ideas, new things. Make up a sentence every time you're stuck with phrases. Call in, catch up. Call in means comes, he calls me up in this situation. And catch up, since other students are able to do the same tempo, same speed with the teacher is doing, and it is clear you are not able to do with the same speed, so the answer would be it is fine to catch up with the other students, to keep pace, to keep the speed and the tempo of the students. Everybody cannot do. That is why you've seen that we are doing the questions at a pace, at a speed which everybody can do. Some do very fast, okay, some do at an average speed, and some do very slowly, but of course we'll keep up the time of the Clat questions in mind. The first national food and nutrition, a question should be solved by 30-40 seconds, maximum a minute. The first national food and nutrition survey was dash in 1980 and the most recent one in 1992. This is carried out means implemented. Figure out is to find out any answer. Check in in any hotel. That means you get an entry. He dropped out means he gave up. He dropped out his name, or he brought about means to bring up something. It is clear from the sentence that the food and nutrition survey was doing something in 1980, or it has continued to do that in 1992. In that case, it is a kind of a plan which is implemented, and when we implement a plan, we would use the answer carried out. The summit was earlier to be held in March, but dash was due to the tsunami disaster that hit India, Sri Lanka and Maldives. It was supposed to held up early, but it was not. Every time, scan the question with your eyes. Understand what is the question. Try to first form your own answer, then read the choices. Now, the first choice is paid off. Paid off means you get the result back. Put off is to remove something, put off your shoes. Turned down is rejected. He turned down his proposal of marriage. Crossed out, that is something where this particular limit has been done and that has been crossed. And drop in means to come without any prior information, as turn up and drop in, coming up without giving any prior information. Since it's clear that this was something which was put off as two meanings, first is to remove and second is postpone. Like the meeting was called off, same is put off. So in this case, the answer as per the choices given, of course called off could also have been used, and since they haven't given called off, so I'd go for put off, which also means in the sense of remove or postpone. I'm very happy, dash in India. I really miss being there. I'm very happy to live in India, to have lived in India, to be lived in India, to be living in India. Since C choice cannot be the answer ever, 2 plus B plus verb third form indicates the action to be complete, can't be there. You indicate from the question itself, that means I really miss being there, means the person isn't there. Right? The trick behind the question is you miss those happy days, means you are not living. So have plus V3 indicates the action is complete. I am very happy to have lived in India. So the answer B, Bangalore. They didn't reach an agreement, dash their difference. Because of, it should have been due to and owing to. The lacking things, I didn't apply. It should have been this due to, owing to, or because of missing question. And in that case, these missing questions, are child's play. You have to grab that lion's share which Clat offers you for this. So they didn't reach an agreement on account of their indifference. They had a lot of difference, and so on account of that difference, they didn't reach an agreement. Next, I wish. And this is a very prominent question I've been doing. I wish with use wish tense, that is simple past. Already simple past is there. In that case, I would use this past perfect. See, I wish takes simple past. When there's already a simple past, I would go for past perfect. And there's only one past perfect. I wish I had never said those words, but I did. The answer D, did. We just have 50-52 questions, 2 bonus questions, because you're doing very well, so I'll give you that. The woman who has been missing for 10 days is believed to be abducted, to be abducting, to have been abducted, to have been abducting. So this woman has been missing for 10 days. It is clear the woman is in there. And it is clear that she has been kidnapped by someone. So that action is already completed. I right now discussed with you when the action is complete. What do we use? Model have V3 or have been V3. That is perfect. And the perfect here is have been abducted. See, abducting is a wrong usage. To be abducted, to be abducted is, so B and D would not be possible at any cost. And since we have an A and D choice, C choice, because it's an action which is complete, so I'm going for C choice, to have been abducted. She was working on her computer with a baby next to. That means there's a baby next to herself, her own, her or hers. First thing, it is clear the baby is sitting next to her. To is a preposition, and when to is a preposition, we have preposition followed by objective pronoun. Please mark my words. To is a preposition which is followed by objective pronoun, and the answer will be B, Bangalore, because after preposition objective pronoun is used. Next question. Dash to offend anyone, she said both cakes were equally good. She didn't want to offend anyone, it's clear, right? That means the cake are being offered. She said both the cakes are good. This cake is also good. That cake is also good. Since it's a use of a participle, what are we trying to say? She doesn't want to offend anyone. So because of the use of participle means the action going on at that time. As doesn't take wanting and because doesn't take wanting. So, and it's not a sentence, she didn't want to offend anyone. She said not wanting to offend anyone. See, please, A and C both are right. But because it's a present participle action taking place, she's keeping both the pros and cons of the action. So the answer would be not wanting to offend anyone. Next question, that dash is in trying to solve this problem, it's clearly unsolvable. This problem is unsolvable means it's no use solving this problem. But we do not use it unless until there is a noun. It's beautiful breeze outside and it is cool. So you're talking with a noun with it. So we can't use with it without a noun here. So there is no point. There isn't any point. If it is not, it should have been any point. So C answer would have been right. But we'll choose the right answer. There's no point in trying to solve this problem. It's clearly unsolvable. Last year, just 4-5 questions. Yes, stay tuned. Grab up that energy and enthusiasm in you. Last year, when I last met her, she told me she dashed a letter every day for the last 2 months. It is clear that she writes a letter every day, and this has been happening for the last 2 months. Since this has been happening for the last 2 months and still going on, of course we use perfect and perfect continuous. So we can't use had write. This is the wrong user. Had written hona chahiye tha. Wrote will not work. Simple past tense. She has written. She's been writing for the last 2 months means still going on. It could have been had been writing. So it is has been writing or had been writing, since it's a present perfect continuous which suits to the for usage, that is period of time. Answer C. He dash robbed as he was walking out of the bank. So he had robbed, he did rob. Did will talk of a verb first form. We were robbed, so he were will not be used. So C, B and D cannot be the answer. He had robbed. He himself is not robbing. Somebody else is robbing him. So we can't use A. And he got robbed. That is a causative verb. And he got robbed as he was walking out of the bank. Next question, dash forced to do anything, he acted of his own free will. In no way was he, no ways he was, in any way he was, in any way was he. Now a tricky question, what things to be kept in mind? First thing, because the sentence have a subject, it will have a verb. Was he or he was. In no way is a subject. So we have already a subject. So we'll have a helping verb first. So it will be was he, not he was. Was he, we have an A and D choice. In any way, in no way. In any way was he forced to. In any way was he. In no way was he forced to do anything. Because in any way, any takes a negative usage, which is incorrect. So the correct answer would be in no way was he forced to do anything. He acted of his own free will. We are on the verge of completing our series of these questions. Just 2 more questions. It dashed the best idea to pay for those tickets by credit card. It was too risky. It may not have been. It may not be. It must not be. Must have not been. Since I told you first thing, model plus V1 is fact, and model plus have plus verb third form indicates the action is complete. So it indicates the action is complete. First thing, judge, is the action complete or the action is not complete. You have to decide first this thing. When we decide, and it's not a compulsory action, so we can't use must. So we cross the C and D choice. It may not have been and it may not be. It means it was, you paid by credit card, right? It was risky, but you did pay with credit card. So we'll use model plus have plus verb third form, and the answer A, it may not have been the best idea. Next question, they dash in the basement. They were made. Now, they didn't want to sleep, it's clear. Somebody forces them to sleep. And made doesn't take a gerund, so it takes an infinitive, and sleeping is incorrect here. They were made sleep is incorrect use of grammar. They were made to sleep, somebody forced them. The answer would be C, they were made to sleep. Next, okay, one more question. We'll never know what might have happened dash the email earlier. Will never know. That means will is simple present tense, so the answer would be present tense only. In that case, we are using a present tense here. We'll never know. Now there's another part of the sentence. Might have happened. That is model have V3. Model have V3 with if uses past perfect. model plus have plus V3 and past tense take model if plus past perfect, model have V3, the rule, third rule of conditionals, and the answer directly to my students B, had he sent. The last two questions, two bonus questions, because you're doing wonderful. You did such a wonderful thing. It was an exhausting class. We had a long class and my students are thoroughly prepared now for the grammar section. If success dash, we need to prepare ourselves for every possible scenario. First thing with if, we don't use a model here, so it's wrong. If success is to be achieved, is achieved, is due to achieve, C and D is wrong choice. We turn to C and D. You are supposed to achieve it, and this is 100% possible. If you want to achieve success, you have to put in the best. The answer A. The last question, dash gifts to the judges. It's not allowed, it's not permitted, it's not permitted, or it's not allowed. First thing, decide it's not allowed or it's not permitted. Allowed, there's nothing like allowed here. You're permitted or not permitted. So first thing you would cross is A and D choice. Which choices you crossed? A choice you crossed and D choice. Now compare. It's not permitted to offer. It's not permitted offering. We don't use a gerund here, offering, because we have a list I gave you of gerunds. Do understand, write to me if you have any problem facing to gerunds, and we'll take our correct answer. It's not possible, permitted to offer gift to the judges. I did a lot of questions now. I hope you're thoroughly prepared with the grammar and you will do it wonderfully. Take interest, understand the rules, don't choose the answers blindly. Stay tuned with me and for today's class. Thank you.